The Democrats do not like winning. Because what do you mean? What do you mean you have the opportunity to do something different, to change up your playbook, and instead you're going to fumble the ball? Nope. You're not even going to fumble it. You're going to walk the ball right on over to the opposition and hand it to them. Hand them the victory. I actually wish that I had recorded the call that I made for Hakeem Jeffries earlier today. It would explain all of my thoughts on this. I am actually sequestering for the weekend away. This is my annual hibernation, if you will, away from society. It's a Mother's Day gift to myself where I go to my room for the entire weekend. I see no human person and I DoorDash all of my meals and watch murder TV. But I'm taking a break from that because I can't stop thinking about how the Democrats consistently incapacitate themselves by not listening to their constituents. Jerry Connolly of Virginia, whose esophageal cancer has come back, unfortunately. He is the ranking member of the Oversight Committee in the House. He's going to step down from that leadership position, and the Democrats need to replace him. The House Oversight Committee is like the committee that's going to investigate Trump should the Democrats ever win back a chamber. I don't know what that's going to look like, if ever. Anyway, let's manifest positive thoughts here. Let's say that the Democrats win back a House and they have the capacity to investigate Trump. They're going to want somebody that can be assertive and aggressive about that. And we've seen Jasmine Crockett do that handedly. She is the current vice ranking member for the Democrats in the Oversight Committee. Now, AOC, who previously lost out to Jerry Connolly, if you'll recall, Nancy Pelosi, she campaigned hard for this dude. AOC lost out. We were all pretty upset about it because we felt like AOC would have been an excellent candidate for this, and she would have, but she moved to the Energy Committee, Energy and Commerce. Anyway, she's like, I'm going to stay over here because she switched over to that committee. I don't think I can get elected because it seems like the Democrats already have decided that they want to go with a senior member. That translates to what? An old white dude? Ding, ding, ding. Look here, we got Stephen Lynch. He's like third in line in terms of seniority. He's from Massachusetts. He's 70. I'm sure he's a real progressive. Oh, wait, what's this? Until like 2019, he still called himself pro-life? How quaint. Look, with all disrespect intended, you absolutely cannot hear us complaining about the stale-ass policies the Democratic Party keeps putting forward, which, by the way, isn't winning you any elections. You're not winning. You're losing. And then you're texting me and you're asking me for money after you consistently disregard what we have to say, which is we want you to put younger, more assertive voices in front of the cameras. We want change. We want younger. We want creative. We want someone willing to do something other than just sit by and watch the game from the sidelines. Because guess what? You're supposed to be in the game playing for us. The reason why I know that other people feel the same way I do is that if you look at Donald Trump's approval rating, they continue to plummet. But if you look at the Democrats' approval ratings, they flatline. Okay, they should be going up, but they're not. And why is that? Because people are tired of the same old dusty, crusty leadership that's not doing anything for us when we are at the precipice of fascism and despair. Now is the time to do something different, to be unique and creative. Oh, we can't do anything. Oh, the Republicans have a majority. Guess what? Mitch McConnell didn't care about that. Ask Mitch McConnell about how much of a thorn in the side he was for the Democrats and how often the Republicans prevented Democrats from passing any kind of meaningful legislation, or that they had to dramatically change that legislation so that they could pass it. That's called leadership. And I don't like Mitch McConnell at all, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like he didn't make an impact. Unfortunately, he did. Which shows that when you are in the minority, you can do things to resist. You can make things challenging. You can get out on the cameras and show the American people that you're fighting for them, that you're fighting for our country. Do you know what doesn't send that message? Resurrecting the same boring ass strategies that don't work again and again and again with the same old white guys that aren't bringing anything fresh to the table. Now is not the time. Hakeem Jeffries, now is not the time. Jerry Connolly has already endorsed Stephen Lynch. He's like going to pass his torch on to the next old white guy. And I'll be damned if we promote one more old white guy in this country before we put a black woman in office. I swear. Here's the contact information for Hakeem Jeffries, the House Minority Leader, the leader of the Democrats in the House. please contact his office. Let him know that you do not want him to replace the current House ranking member in the Oversight Committee, Jerry Connolly, with a person based on the seniority. You want him to replace that office with somebody like Jasmine Crockett, who is going to bring young, vigorous, creative energy to that position, because that is the kind of energy we need to meet the moment. Also, if your representative is a Democrat, contact them as well. Tell them the same thing and let them get that message to Hakeem Jeffries. Don't bother calling if they're Republican. Republicans aren't going to care about this. They're going to give you bad advice. I'm going back to my weekend, and I will come back and revisit this topic, but I'm going to leave you with this. It's okay to want something better for your political party. It's okay to want to keep the advantage of a major political party. And by the way, the platform of the Democratic Party actually does mimic and match what most of us want for this country. The lack of messaging and the lack of leadership and unity is a real problem, but it's one that I think we can fix if we continue to pressure them. I'm going to go get some more tequila. Cheers!